All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know what that company name was, so no jokes today. But doing such a fine job all week in the absence of Rob Williams, who's been on vacation, who will be back Monday, has been Jeff Yastine, Newsmax Editorial Director of Financial Newsletters. Before we start with Jeff, let's go right to the numbers, put them up right there on the board, and they're all green. Look at the green numbers. Aren't they wonderful? The Dow up 154 points to close at 18,140. That's its first record close for this calendar year. You got the S&P up 1285 to close at 2110. That's the third record close of the year for the S&P. And the NASDAQ, that's up the 200. Oh, where am I looking at? That's up 31 points to close at 4955, approaching that 5,000 point plateau. So, Jeff Yastine, a great way to end the week.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And what was driving this today? The market was kind of just so-so earlier in the session, but then news came out that Greece and the EU made nice. Greece signed up, or rather EU approved a 4-month extension of Greece's current loan package. So essentially, they're kind of kicking the can down the road, to use that very old cliche, but kicking the can down the road for dealing with the bigger problems regarding Greece for 4 months from now. So expect to hear more about this soap opera. But for now, you take it what it is, and they've got some breathing room for at least the next handful of months.
Right, and it was announced in the latter part of the session, so that's when we saw kind of an 11th hour rally in the market, and these numbers are very encouraging. Also, though, we did have a drop-off of sorts in oil, nothing to write home about it, though I do believe it dipped under $50 a barrel to close down one and a quarter. So, again, that, some people thought that the bottom had been set, and maybe it has, but that it was headed in one direction, but that's certainly not the case.
No, it is not. And really, I would caution against looking at these day-to-day fluctuations in oil as somehow having any real significance. I mean, it's going to bounce around a lot. It's going to find its range, or perhaps it's going to move lower. I mean, nobody really knows. I will tell you one thing regarding oil. There's a lot of companies, a lot of U.S. companies, especially the shale drillers and others, who have gone into a great deal of debt to help fund their expansion into shale drilling. And because of that, a lot of them are still pumping, even though they're getting fewer dollars for the barrels of oil that they pull out of the ground. They're still pumping, and in many cases are doing it just to be able to continue to service their debt because they have so much. Right. So that's another factor that kind of plays into all this.
Yesterday, Jeff, we didn't have a chance to talk about Walmart and the announcement that they made regarding a wage increase for their employees. I've read a lot about it since then, and it seems to be all positive. Of course, the naysayers who dislike Walmart anyway say that it's not enough. But you got a lot of happy employees there that work there and swear by that company. And now they're going to be happier, which usually translates to better employees and better production.
It does. And, the bigger story here regarding the U.S. economy and what Walmart announced yesterday is wage growth. Wage growth is beginning to rise in the U.S. economy in a larger way. 0.7% for the Employment Cost Index, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in the second quarter, third quarter of last year, 0.6% in the fourth quarter, and we're expecting to see similar data going into the first quarter of this year. So wages are going up. That points to a stronger economy.
We'll see if that could continue. By the way, if you wanted to, thank you very much, Jeff. Great week. Thank you very much. Folks, if you want to take control of your financial future, be sure to check out moneynews.com. There it is. Save the middle class, baby. Yeah, right on. Now, be sure to get your copy of the Warren Buffett's Next Door book by visiting fircollapse.com. That's fircollapse.com. So there you go, folks. You know what's next. It's Gimme 5 right here on Newsmax.